swift as my feet can carry me.
Meaning that in the games of generals and dukes, we're not even pawns, just dust on the board. What happens next is out of our hands.
If I were you, I'd focus on my own job and leave the Steel Watchers to theirs.
Queen Vlaakith. Skra!
You are Hasharlok, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Shestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlok, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlaakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlaakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlaakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow, while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
I should speak up.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here? cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Damn! It can't have been easy for Lae'zel to stand up to Vlaakith like that. But there's nothing that woman can't do. Great powers, huh? I'm skeptical. Especially if this thing wants to turn you into, what, a half squid? Then again, you can pull it off better than most. You've got to be kidding. You really want me to become a partial illithid? Wasn't a decade in Avernus punishment enough? Oh, I'm that easy to manipulate, am I? Where's that bloody worm? Stick it in my eye before I change my mind.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
Perhaps, once the others see what you can do, they will consider trying it for themselves.
Hey, soldier. Really? Really?
Need to find a way forward. Just what I need.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her. I haven't even dared to use the more benign forms of illithid powers. Do you really think I'm eager to jump to the next step? Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself. Fine. I truly hope you're...
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself.
Go on. Don't be...
Breathe deep and move.
All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious. If you're sure. Fine.
Maybe it'll bring us closer.
I hope you're here to discuss that contract you just signed. Agreeing to give away our greatest hope of salvation wasn't the wisest of moves. I'm glad to hear it. But you realize we can't just tell him we changed our mind. For now, our plan must remain the same. We go to Sorcerer's Sundry's.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of...
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies. For life. I mourn. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew...
So, Lae'zel's finally seen the light and turned on her mistress. It took a little time, but she got there. Though it's not over yet. Masters rarely let their slaves go without a fight. Don't look at me like that. I know what you're going to say. The answer is no. No. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken over. If we master the tuples, it will be different. But right now, that mastery depends on an Illithid and its Githyanki slave. I'm not going to submit to this. What can I do for you, my friend? I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. It's something of a gamble, true, but if I can win, if I can beat him, it would be worth any risk. So yes, I do worry about facing him. But if we can get his attention, finding the ritual's location will be much easier, and that could give me the edge I need. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Step 3. Bask in the applause. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have nowhere to run. To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. I couldn't say. But think about this. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. And I went and proved him right. A Grand Duke's duty is to his city, first and foremost. There would only ever be one outcome. Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis. I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be. The coast is ever my priority. If you think we need this, very well. I will avail myself of the astral tadpole's power. That's...
Life pulses from within.
Go on.
I'll continue.
What path lies before me? sharp as ever. Still alive, so that's progress.
What now?
Is that blood? No, never mind. desire.
Keep your distance, darling.
Sharp as ever. Can't give up now. Should mind my step. Anything of use?
Keep playing close. Watch your back.
can't stop me yet. Moving ahead. I'll give it a shot. I need a moment for the two of us.
It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
I know hate. It seeds and distills into molten rock, forever rattling in the belly. But I've never known this. I feel no heat, no cold. I bear neither fangs nor talon. There is only absence. No matter. I am Vlaakith's child no more. I have been born anew in Gith's son, my savior. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shema Salar Orpheus, ma still now forgen in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again. we take the Orphic hammer from Raphael's lair. Orpheus Tavki Nazin. Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free. This hammer, could it be? Yes, yes! This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet! This is the key Voss so ardently and courageously sought. That smug shkaketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear, our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus.
How did you? Oh, it's you. I must have let my mind wander. Enough for you to wander in. Forgive me. I am drained. Ever since you killed Ketheric and took his netherstone, the Chosen's control of the brain has been brittle. It's rebelling against Orin and Gortash, fiercely. I suspected that when we took Ketheric's stone, the brain would begin to break free. Those brainquakes confirm that my suspicion was correct. I do not know what happens now when it receives their orders, and I do not dare guess.
You feel the Emperor's fear as if it were your own. An elder brain enslaved is one thing. An elder brain unleashed will be the end of everything.
Beautiful, isn't it? The mighty Prince Orpheus, contained in submissive slumber. Come. You may as well sit a while, now that you are here. Your company isn't unwelcome. You are correct. I should be. I'm haunted by memories. They are relentless. I can think of nothing. No one else. Indeed. Duke Stillmain. Or is as I knew her, Berlin, when she was alive. You thought you were my first ally. Far from it. I have long sought the allyship of others. It is the only way to succeed. Though my relationship with Berlin was different from my relationship with you. In a way, but not the way you're thinking of. In life, she was my business partner, back when we ran the Knights of the Shield. A difficult task for a mind flayer. Duke Stelmane trusted me, and the city trusted her. I conceived the plot, but Berlin took center stage. It was she who met with the merchants, politicians, and patriarchs. It was she who negotiated deals and signed off on agreements. Her rooms played host to the most important conversations in the city. Together, we brought order to chaos. At its height, everything that happened in that city went through the shield. Through us. I could not have done any of it without her. Just as I cannot do any of this without you. But now, she is gone. I appreciate your understanding. What I feel is deeper than superficial cures can reach, and not entirely unwelcome. Most people think that mind flayers are soulless husks who feel nothing. I am glad you are not most people. Another quake. The brain is rebelling again. I need to focus. And so do you.
It turned into mist. They can do that.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience
Have you seen the
chamber.
tieflings at the south gate? Exiles.
We broke down the door because it sounded like somebody was in trouble.
City, up on the hill.
Going to hire all the refugees.
How many red caps
Just
are
like
in?
that.
A handful.
Yeah,
ripe with magic.
What do
Right
you
away.
Madam Lucretius is
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
I'll be fixed on supplies. So long.
How do you feel about Neverwhere?
I
It'd be different.
anything.
You might trek all the way there and you would have been
No refugees.
Gildra? Oh, a customer. Sorry. How can I help you? Yes, that's him. He's usually the first one in, but he's not shown up today. It's not the same without the sound of his bellows in the back. And his stories. He tells the best stories. Do you know him? He's not creepy. He's dedicated. He's a living legend. Do you know he's won Best Smith in Rivington 7 years in a row? Gildro Angelion, for God's sakes. If you knew how good he was, trust me, you'd feel exactly the same way. Of course. Gildro's finest. Come back soon. And if you see Gil...
Kick 'em all out.
We won't need to. If we do this right, they'll run for the damn hill.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Sneak into the circus.
Always ready.
Get your shinies and
Something's on my mind.
Oh, dribble, but I'm sure my wife shall be delighted. I'll have your... Oh, it's been an age since your last break, my darling.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
That drow's nose was as crooked as you carved, my darling. He was simply in denial.
Silent as the grave. Looking ahead. Never wanted the easy path. I won't have a word.
Get your shinies up! Trito! Yes! I has lots of stuffs. Just for you. Bye-bye now. Come back to...
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Calm down, dear.
It won't happen.
What is it this time?
All we can do is be patient. I almost believed you this time.
Could have hired 24 more fists for the cost of that thing. Lord Gortash is
Would
expected.
kill giants without breaking a sweat. Now, a mere werebear could swat me halfway.
Flaming Fist Barracks.
Strange things
Authorized personnel
Factors in our
only.
minds may well impel our bodies.
On my way.
Oh, fry their bloody legs!
Here we go. Should mind my step. See.
Better.
Might be useful.
What are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. I'm no thief. I was going to pay it back. Eventually. I needed the gold. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. I'm not a soldier. I only joined for the uniform and a warm bed. They're better off without me. I'm scared. All I want is to go home.
Moving in.
All this waiting around. I can't take it.
What a day. On tippy to get this.
There's a bloody army coming. Why'd I sign up for this poxy job? This waiting around. Take it.
At least things have stayed interesting. Softly now whisper. Light on my feet.
Look at me sleep when there's a bloody army coming. I should never have left Cloakwood.
Light on my feet. Seems simple enough.
Why'd I sign up for this poxy job?
Nearly there now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
trust no one.
Still breathing, despite everything. Let's get this over with.
Defender of the people. Hit him hard.
Let's get going. Death won't take me yet.
Ready and willing.
Never a dull moment.
A hero at heart.
always the step.
When did you realize the Red Caps had escaped?
Paramidius, one of our red cap cleaners, alerted me.
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
The city's rumor mill's going mad.
I've barely enough covers left to eat, let alone buy papers to enter the city. You alright?
Packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same.
Mummy, I don't want to leave.
I have something to ask.
I know. You do. We will be safe in the wild.
Woof! Ah, you speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my kennels? They're not for sale. These are courier dogs, trained to follow orders, read maps, and protect their deliveries with their lives. They're worth more than their weight in gold. It's the only way to teach him. He behaves worse than the dogs, and makes more of a mess.
Don't suppose you've, stumbled across much of...
Fascinating.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
Oh,
Lovely painting! Look, it were loving home!
Holy shit, Rivington next. They might have something we
Certified,
How
non-magically
fix
altered
this?
Let's go to Khan's Gulls.
Give up a kidney for a tour of the Steel Watch Foundry.
Whether you're getting errands or getting nails.
Have you seen the teeth at this
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
I'm telling you.
Ah, they're harmless.
Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Well, most people are idiots, Will. You could lure them into a dragon's maw if you promise a bag of
Trudging you. Don't like it.
I'm not being paid to like
People
it.
aren't stupid.
If I were you, I'd focus on my own job.
Provokes
Leave
a
the
damn
Steel
war.
Watchers to